Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on over in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, Matt? We all good?
I'm very well, thank you. Yes.
We pretend we're doing this in the morning and not at 3 o'clock.
Or the fortnightly now PM show.
Yes, the fortnightly. Yes. We will straighten this out because obviously we get a few questions about this.
Yeah.
Obviously, the PM show is separate technically to the Flory Models ones that we've been doing. And then what we've been sort of trying to evolve, shall we say, we're rolling different shows into it. So you might notice like last week we had the PM show, part of the Flory show, stroke, everything else. So as we were doing a live build, we were talking about all new kit releases and stuff coming out at the same time. It flowed a bit easier. And at the moment, as you're probably aware, with the amount of live stuff we're putting out at the moment, we're just finding our feet and working out what's working and what's not and what works best for us time-wise and those types of things as well. So, but anyway, we had a bit of a news update today with the release of a said kit. Should we cover that one first?
Yes, why not?
And this is the Zucamori. It's new 132nd FW190A. What is it? It's an A something.
It's an A.
It's an A4.
A4. There we go.
A4.
The butcher's bird, weren't it, that one?
It is. It was. So again, if you've ever built Zucamori, you'll know that they are full, very nice, all the details you can imagine, right the way through. And this one's just been announced, so we're going to have a pre-order up with this one next week, I would think.
It might be Friday, to be honest.
Friday. Get it up Friday?
If we get it up Friday, if not, it'll be Monday, but we're definitely going to get it up as soon as we can. We're not allowed at the minute.
No.
That's why it's, but we can.
Well, and also we just need to, as always, like we said before, we just need to confirm details, prices, various little things, so we don't let anyone down, things like that. Absolutely. So, but yeah, no, looks very nice. Full detailed engine, all the bits behind, guns on top.
Yeah, we're going to be thinking because the 35th border model one's coming out as well, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Cover all bases.
I was going to say, we're literally covering all the bases.
Yeah.
You get, this is, what's his name? It's Siegfried Schnell.
It is, apparently.
If he actually looks like that.
yeah. Let's say his eyes are a bit googly, aren't they? Looks like he's had a good night out on the tiles.
He does, yeah. It was a heavy night last night on the schnapps. So
he's had some devil's dandruff.
Yeah. He's definitely had some in. But anyway, you do get a figure with him as well. So a resin figure, I assume, will go along with this one. But generally, looks very nice, I must admit.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's going to be Zucamori. If it's anything like that 109, which it's probably going to be on par with that, that was really nice, isn't it? And you are building the aircraft from the ground up, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. We said before with Zucamori, you're not just building the aircraft as such, are you, with them? You're doing all the structure. So obviously all the wing spars we said about before, if it's anything, and as I say, a little bit of speculation here, we've seen the images you've seen now, but the chances are the engine will be hyper detailed. You even get cylinders inside the engines, no doubt, and all the plugs and leads and everything else into it. The detail inside the cockpit will be absolutely exquisite, detail running all the way down the full length of the fuselage. So as you said before, it's not just a case of two halves coming together and two wings down. You've got all the infrastructure and all the the mechanical parts and stuff in amongst it as well, which again, I know it's one of those things, it's two-sided. You can either be a case of, well, you never see it, so what's the point, or you can be another one of saying you are literally building the aircraft up, and you've got a better understanding of the engineering, where the fuel tanks are and where everything lives inside these things. So again, you can display them open. I've seen people do it as well, one wing off, one wing opened and one wing closed, various things like that. So you have got options out there. And obviously if you're doing something like a little bit of a diorama or anything, then you can have it completely opened up and you've got all the work done for you on the inside as well.
Yeah. Again, this is that first release with the resin figure. I think it was like the 109 came with Eric Hartman figure, or I can't remember who it was. Whoever it was, it's the first batch that they brought out, and then obviously the second run that you just get the kit itself.
Yeah.
So if you're a collector as well, I suppose it's one for the collection, because I say it's limited edition, isn't it? So
yeah. So the pre-order from this is going to run from Friday, as you say, to June the 25th, really, something else like that.
Yeah, it's got a longish span for this, but obviously we need to get the numbers in and when it's up there and see who's interested, so we don't miss the boat.
Yes, I do like things when they're listed, like here, plastic model kit. Thank you for knowing that. 2 colour moulded parts, as in grey and clear. So there we go, is another one. Total part count is 359. Obviously, it includes one decal sheet, one mask set as well, one masking sheet, one decal sheet times one, masking sheet times one sheet. Okay. Bonus figure is Siegfried Schnell, which is included, but as it says at the top there, this will not be released in the regular versions. It's only for going to be the first run of them and things like that. So yes, nice,
excellent. So yeah, nice. Actually, the 190 as well in 32nd is actually a nice size. It's not a big aircraft anyway, worthy. So it's definitely cutting that size anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I remember building. I built two, I suppose, a few of. Obviously, I did the Revell one, which was an A5, I think it was, version as well. So I threw everything at it, which ended up something like that. Probably still not as detailed as that, but cost me a small fortune to do it. And the other version, of course, was the old Hasegawa one, wasn't it, back in the day? Which you don't see anymore. You don't see that kit floating around like you used to. So yeah, that one. Yeah,
that's not a bad kit actually. If you just want, going off topic again, but if you wanted a basic, like say, cockpit, basic engine, and like a curbside as we call them, that was quite a nice kit to be honest. I think the Revell one kind of taken its place because that's the same genre into it of typical Revell. But I mean, this one's like going to say this is going to be all got bells, whistles, and
everything with this one.
The propeller's gonna take off that thing.
It will do, yeah. Put fuel in and it'll go.
Exactly. So yeah, it's going to be a nice option. So like I said, we're going to get that up as soon as we're allowed for pre-order, and obviously with the amount of shows we're doing, you'll know about it. So members can get your name down and we'll get on with that. So yeah, all good.
But no, it looks nice, I must admit. And to say we are very spoiled because obviously we've got the Border 35th scale one as well in the pipeline.
We're with us soon, so we'll have a look at that as well. Because if that's anything to go by, because they're really nice. I know it's not everybody's scale being aircraft 35th, but they're nice kits,
As I said before, the nice thing about 35th is that for all your ground equipment and figures and all the stuff, just is a perfect fit for it. So again, I can see where it's going. We were a little bit worried that the 35th scale momentum had stalled, weren't we? Because as I say, we saw the 109 originally, and then the Stuka, and then it went a bit quiet, and we're thinking perhaps that's just gone down the grid.
I wonder if they're actually going to tackle any Allied stuff.
Yeah, that'd be the thing.
Yeah, P-51 or Spitfire or the common stuff is like obviously you want stuff that sells. So I wonder if they'll carry on with it. It'd be nice to see. I think like a P-51 would be quite cool in.
Yeah, definitely.
I tell you what probably would be really good actually, but I don't think they'd do it in 35th. Is like a Typhoon or a Tempest.
Yes. Yeah.
Or a P-47 or something, a ground attack.
Yeah.
Sort of thing would be brilliant. So anyway, there you go. If they're watching, we mentioned it first. Don't forget us. We were there first. Or even like say, even like some of the Soviet stuff at the time, the Russian stuff is. Plenty of it about if they're going down that road, aren't they? So, yeah, excellent. All good.
Definitely. So we got that one up. As I said, it is a little bit quiet still over at the store. We haven't got a great deal moving around still. Obviously, we've got the Hurricane, which was quite new out. It's actually had quite favourable reviews. Obviously, I've reviewed it now, and I've had a lot of people approaching me about it, and I like it. I think it's absolutely a great kit. I know there's a lot been said. Yes, okay, the riveting is recessed where it should be flush or it should be domed. But again, from a modelling point of view and a scale point of view, I think it works probably the best with it. And I know there's some other been said about the version that this one is, but it's an early Hurricane. So that's my point. Apparently, it wasn't the most notorious early Hurricane, because there was other changes to the Maid and all the rest of it, but it was one, and it is the right one for what it is. And again, I know things have been said about the decals and bits and pieces, but generally I think it's actually really, really nice. So yeah, from a kit point of view, having a mast set as well, which is a first, which I'm led to believe now is going to be the standard for all new kit releases. Again, really, what's not to love about it? What you've got is a 48 scale aircraft, 35 quid, and it ticks all the boxes. And again, if you did want to, change out the decals and things like that, you can do that, go down the aftermarket route, grab a set of decals for it, and it still works out quite a cheap kit at the end of the day.
Yes. So, it did look impressive, to be honest. I'll be honest, and I think you would be as well. We weren't expecting a lot.
No.
We didn't even put up on a pre-order because we was like, and this ain't bashing Hobby Boss or anything like that, because you know, Obiboss just some good solid kits, to be honest, as you know, to the sister companies. It was just, it's another Hurricane, and we've got the Airfix one, and there was other options out there. So it's just, you know, we will stock it, we'll get one in, we'll have a look, and actually, I think you were more pleasantly surprised than anybody when you was rooting last week.
I got one sent down to me with some other bits and pieces, and Matt had them in the store, and because we weren't that, you know, worried about it, shall we say, we never bothered sending me one. It's only because I had to make up another order, so I thought, we'll chuck one in. And when it arrived, I thought, well, we'll do a review of it, and I opened it up, and it's one of those ones where you get a real pleasant surprise all the way through with that kit. It's genuinely a really nice kit, and again, you know, a mast set in it. I never thought we'd ever see that. You know, I didn't think they were going to start going down there. Nice little bit of photo etch as well, because you've got the harnesses and the bits in there. So you've got everything you need. And generally, I think it's just a really nice, straightforward, typical Hobbyboss. It's not over the top, very much like ICM. You know, you've just got everything you need. Yeah. You know, yes, you can go a lot further with it if you want to go down the aftermarket route, no doubt. But straight out of the box, I think it actually builds up to be a really nice kit. So
yeah, I totally agree.
Nice when you get nice little surprises.
And I think
like that.
Just while my brain's working, I think as well, you know, like obviously we're doing these live shows, and obviously the PM show is going to carry on as it is. And I think why we do have the quieter periods, I think what we're going to do, if stuff comes in, like I've got this kit here, which we'll show you in a minute, or if Phil's got some stuff, just do some live unboxing. It's not going to be a full review, but it will just show you what you get. Because we've been asked loads of times, like, oh, it's all right showing the boxes, but we wouldn't mind seeing the inside, even if it's not a, like say, a full warts and all review. I think while we've got a bit of time and we can fit it into stuff, we'll probably do that a bit more over the summer.
Yes, definitely. You know, yeah, no, we will do.
You know, for what it takes for 10 minutes or whatever to have a quick chat and a show is nothing in the grand scheme of things, is it? So
well, that's it. And also the thing is, if you're doing a full review, as you probably appreciate, sometimes take a while to come down the line to us to get out to you to do it with me as well. Got to record it, edit it, and that. So if it comes in on the day, we can show you, or within a couple of days we have a live show, we can show you exactly what it is. So that's
But to be honest, I might grab some classics as well, shall we say?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, off the shelf at work, and we'll drag them in. Some are perhaps the lesser popular stuff, I think, because sometimes that can be worth a show for people just to see, and it might go, oh, actually, that's quite nice. I might do that. You know,
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah,
anyway,
a little bit of inspiration, isn't
it? I think that's what it's going to be, isn't it? So, yes, absolutely.
But generally down below, as you can see, nothing really much has changed this week. We haven't had a great deal in, so it's in kit-wise. So it's just everything we've spoken about down before in there. And then again, we've got the special offers section.
Yep.
A few bits and pieces down there, and obviously we've added Kinetic into it now. We've got the Lotus. New one in.
Yep. The new Lotus.
Don't forget, this is 1/12 scale, if you're wondering about the price. This is a monster.
This is the big one.
Yes, and this is obviously the Tamiya one. So if you're into your classic Formula One cars, I'm pretty sure I actually witnessed that being almost totaled about 5 years ago at Silverstone pre-race for the British Grand Prix. It was literally, we were down on the Hangar Straight and lost it.
Who was behind the...
I can't remember actually who was behind it, but I did say, oh my God, they've just, you know...
Yeah, nearly wrecked it.
But again, the funny thing was, like everyone was saying, is that, you know, you put a driver behind the wheel, he's not going to take it for a leisurely little drive. He's going to go for it, and fair play to him, you know, drive it like it's designed for. But yes, I'm not sure it's that exact mark, but it definitely was one of the Lotus ended up losing its front end completely. So yeah, but no, beautiful detail, as you can see, all the way through on this kit. So if you are a bit of a F1 fan from days past...
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a theme for F1, actually.
Yeah, there is today. It is.
But yeah, that's one of their Tamiya Classics with an updated photo etch bits, isn't it?
Yes.
Actually, it's going through their Tamiya Classics. Me and Andy was talking about it earlier, and some of the originals from the 70s, shall we say.
Yeah.
And what they did, and it's like you forget, to be honest, how many they actually did. Not just F1 as well. There was some other good stuff in there. So, yeah,
definitely.
Yes, nice to see it being re-released in it.
Like all these things, I will say it because we often get asked, "Oh, can you get like literally 6 months later?" No, the chances are when these kits get released, they are quite limited because we've had it before, like that Porsche, wasn't it? The big Porsche, people wanting it, and it's like, I wish you grabbed it at the time. Because, yeah, we had them sat on the shelves, and it's like over time they've gone, because getting them again is notoriously a bit difficult. So when you do see these sort of classics come back with upgrades, it's best to grab them, because otherwise, you know, if you're ever thinking about it, as you said, just grab it and then sit on it in your stash, because you can guarantee the day you want to build it, you won't be able to find one.
Well, I think the thing is as well, the Hobbit Coil bring them in. I think they bring so many in, and I probably think that's it then.
Yeah,
and obviously Tamiya's done a run of them.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, that's been and gone, and they'll move on to something else in the pipeline, or for next year or whatever. Because it's like been one a year, hasn't it? The big
seems to be the big ones.
I think so. Going back to the Porsches, because they did the Valiant one, weren't they? The Jägermeister one and the Martini one.
Yeah.
What was the other big thing? We had the Matra. Was it the Matra?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
We had a few of the bigger stuff, but again, it's been over the past few years, or perhaps a couple of year tops, depending on what it is. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, then like I said, I would definitely grab one sooner rather than later.
Yes. So we've got that one in, and then pretty much we said before, it's just the normal stuff from the other day still in there as well. So if you want to,
like I say, that's going to be changed out, most of that anyway, because it's coming up to its lifespan. So
yeah,
again, you want to get them, then get them quick, because that'll probably be changed out by the end of the week.
Very nice. The damaged boxes, I think it's just the same.
Yeah, we're just waiting for some of the.
A few gone.
I've put the feelers out for some more stock, if I'm honest.
some more been dropped in the warehouse.
Yeah, well, hopefully some containers are going to be coming in soon, so there might be some on that. So, yes, and there's some ex-review stuff as well, like the Sierra,
some like reviews,
the Heinz, and the Viper. And again, to be fair, the Kinetic Viper, it's the new one. So I bought them back when I was down with Phil the other week.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
So yes, very nice. We do have to mention the books, because obviously we've got the book section down in here as well. A lot's been said about that. I've been sort of talking about these this week. I know if you watched yesterday's show, you would have seen we were talking about them as well, the frequently asked books. Matt's got the figure painting ones and all the other ones down in there as well. But obviously we're going to pop the order in for that pretty much now. So if you got your name in, I know after yesterday's show we had a load more people put in pre-orders for books as well, so just have a look on the forum. We'll show you that in a minute, and make sure you got your name down, because that list is being put together as we speak, because we intend to get the order in this week for those. So again, make sure you get your name down, and then we can get those in for you. And again, then the ones we have over, or obviously they'll make it onto the normal site as well, once we've covered obviously all the orders and things like that.
Yep, absolutely.
So yes,
to Dragon.
Dragon, our new section, it's come back.
Yeah, it's made a comeback. There you go.
There we go. We've got a new section for Dragon.
So what we've got in, we've had various Dragon bits and bobs in and all that, but we've got pretty much a 20% discount off all the Dragon kits that we've got in. So again, there's some interesting stuff. The Tigers are nice and whatever. I know, like people say about the price, but actually you do get everything in the box. There's some figures down there. Obviously, you've seen, if you watched yesterday, I was building one of their original classics. 1992 was the original release of them figures I've got. It was, I think the Nashorn was their first release, the tank, and that figure set that I'm doing, the Ardennes, was the second figure release. So
the funny thing is, when you say that 92, as an old git as I am, it doesn't sound that old till you work out that was like 31 years ago.
31 years ago. Yeah. We went back, I think 1989 was the original Dragon catalogue.
Right.
And then obviously, I've got a couple of old catalogues there. I forgot to bring them. I'll show them tomorrow. I'll dig them out, or whenever we do a live show again, I'll dig the old catalogues out. So what wasn't in it, actually. It's very sparse, because it was mated with I don't know if it was a part, I presume it was a part of that, called Corinne. Can you remember them?
No.
They did more of the resin stuff. I'll show you, because it's in the back of the catalogue. So I ain't got them here now. So I will grab one next time we're on a live show, and I'll.
Well, look, perhaps we'll put together a show about Dragon, because we haven't done it.
I love Dragon. I'm a proper fanboy. I was actually having a sort out of my own stuff. Yeah, it's a bit scary how many Dragon figures I've got for my. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go up and I'll take a photo.
Right.
I've sorted it out, so all the Dragon figures are in one box now and not all over and stuff. I haven't got many Dragon kits anymore. I did sell them, but I will take a photo and I'll send it to you, and you can put it up on screen of my collection, shall we say.
We could do that, definitely.
Bit of a fanboy, dear me. So, yeah.
But yeah, so if you do want any of those ones, as I say, I think it's about 20%, isn't it? We got on most.
Yeah, which is pretty good.
20% off. Yeah, that's it. So if you do fancy some of those, we've got, because originally we did pull them from the store, but again, public demand and all the rest of it.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, they're good solid kits, aren't they? I mean, I built a version of the Sherman anyway, which is a video build on the PM YouTube channel, and I think they get a bit of a bad rap, Dragon at times, and I don't think they deserve it, if I'm honest.
That's it, because I did their Panzer IV.
Yeah.
And you
always get a lot of spares. You get a lot in the box.
Oh, you do, yeah. Yes.
And with a bit of studying, like I've always said, a bit of studying the instructions before you start, just to work out, because they normally have about 3 or 4 versions, so you can get muddled up very quickly. Just figure out where you're going and mark it and plan it. And actually, it's a very straightforward build. Not a lot of mouldings are always crisp, fantastic. Fit parts are good. There is misnumbering. I think that's the downside, but Dragon aren't the only ones for misnumbering, are they? Let's be honest.
No,
There's
let's
a few
face it.
companies that's done it. So
yeah.
And if you like German figures,
well, that's it. You're covered.
You are covered. Got the odd British 8th Army there. I think that's the only Allied one on. And
yeah, it is. It's only Allied one there, isn't it?
Yeah, they do some others. Like I said, they are filtering back through now as well, releasing kits and stuff. So anyway, so that's the Dragon stuff. So
nice, very nice, cool. Right, if we move over to pre-orders, we speak about these ones. Obviously, this is the Meng McLaren MP4.
It is.
So again, huge kit. This is 1/12 scale as well. So this is the big stuff at the end of the day. So I don't know actually how big that would be. Do we have a size on that? I don't think we've actually got a size. But 1/12's got to be that, isn't it?
The 1/12 ones, we've got that big Ferrari of what we've got of a customers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're looking that big.
Yeah, I would say they've got to be 40 centimetres plus.
Depends on, obviously, the real sort of race car. But funny enough, there's 2 McLarens coming out because Italy are re-releasing an old Protar kit, which is a McLaren MP42.
Oh, right, okay.
I think, which we're going to have a pre-order on that as well. So that's a Prost Rosberg one. I don't know whose that one is. I presume it's a Prost, is it?
I wouldn't know.
Is that a Prost Senna one?
I can't read it. The image, for some reason, is a bit blurry, and it's not just my eyes.
I don't know.
I don't know. Think it actually says here. I just got the licensing. Have we got in there? No, we haven't actually put what it is on there.
So I don't know who was in the seats in 88. I presume Prost was one, was it? I presume.
I thought so. Yeah,
would have been one, and I don't know who his teammate was at the time, but
that's when they were good.
Who, McLaren?
They've been a bit of a nightmare year so far. It's a shame actually, because at the end of last year they were doing really, really well, but this year it's like, what's happened?
You like McLaren, don't you?
I do. I've got a soft spot for McLaren. I do like McLaren. Yeah. Not at the moment, clearly, because they're not doing well.
No. I'm back to Red Bull now.
Yeah, I'm back to Red Bull again. I must admit. Well, that's my other half's fault because, she was a big Red Bull fan just because Ricky was in it. And now he's left and now he's on a pit wall somewhere. It means we can support other people. So, but no, anyway, really nice model. Again, beautifully done by Meng. As I say, I'm quite a fan of Meng stuff, and I think that'll be a beautiful kit as always with theirs.
Fully licensed as well.
It is. It's properly licensed. Look, it's got a proper license, not like some of these companies who don't bother.
No, it is proper license.
No, that's it. Yeah, no, it is a good one. So,
and it's like I say, that is the classic McLaren to me.
Yeah, it is for me as well. The boxy type ones like that, definitely.
It is, absolutely. So the AK FAQ books, you might as well click on that.
Yeah.
So the order went in, and the first lot. I know some people's put the names down after yesterday. So obviously we have ongoing orders with AK anyway. So they'll be added to the next order that we put in, and obviously we've got them learning books as well. So that'll be going in pretty quick. I've got a date of next Thursday for this first delivery.
Yeah.
So obviously be prepared sometime next week for a bill. And it'll be ongoing really. We'll just roll it on, I think, for whoever who wants them, because like I say, we're doing AK. And my friends arrived.
Do you know what? Your door just opened. I was just about to say, has the co-host arrived, or has you got a ghost?
No, she's arrived because she can hear your voice. Say hello.
Hello, mate. You all right?
Because you can't not be on telly, can you?
She can't, definitely. Oh, look, what's out the window?
They'll be barking at me or licking the camera. Anyway, they'll be back soon, your colleagues. Go on. She's going to sleep. Oh, God.
I must admit, mine is. She's a kip on the sofa, completely out of it.
Come on. Tamsy's home, isn't she?
Yes, that's why I don't see her. She's got a better offer. My other half's here. I don't see me dog for dust.
Okay, go on. They look at you like, oh, you kick me out.
Yeah, it's charming.
I'm busy, dog. The dog will again in a minute. Anyway, sorry about that.
Anyway, getting back on track, like we said before, we did show them yesterday. Have a look at yesterday's show. But these frequently asked books, they are huge. They are big. They are expensive. But honestly, especially if you're new to modelling, it covers everything. They are really, really good. And the way that obviously AK's broken them down with the different genres, because Matt was showing the figure painting one yesterday, and obviously there's various ones, different genres have got it all the way in there. So yeah, you go for it. You won't be disappointed. I don't know anybody who's bought one who's gone, no.
Yeah, it's not, is it? I mean, there's a lot of them, isn't there? I think I think I showed the vehicle one, didn't I? The only one I've not shown is actually, which I will show on a full live show, if you know what I mean, when we do it. It's the sci-fi one, because that's actually a really nice book. I think it gets overlooked because it's a bit sci-fi-y, but obviously. Clues in the title, but it's actually a really nice book, so worth a look anyway.
Definitely. Good job. So we've got that one, and obviously the other big one we've got at the moment is the wherever they are, they're in here. That's it, which is the Duke Hawkins ones. You can see down in here, which funny enough, I've just been talking to them today. And there's 2 new books as well come out, or just about to come out, which are available on the 12th of May. So they're just about to drop next month, but on the F5 and on the obviously the fullback. Yeah. So, and again, as you can see, very, very nice they are as well. So if you're thinking about those ones, chuck us down in the thing and say, we've got an order going in now, but obviously we're going to be carrying a few. And then obviously if anybody wants anything, let us know and we'll get them in for you. And obviously we'll get rolling deliveries of these moving, but they are a new line to us. So, you know, at the moment we're sort of testing the waters to see how they are. But as you can see, their list of books is very extensive. So
you're a fan, aren't you? Like
I do. I love them. I think they're really, really nice. I am a big fan. Like we said before, there's something about a book. You can listen to me talk about it. You can hear Matt talk about it. We can show you it. But sometimes it's really nice, as I say, to have books which are step-by-step photos, and you can sort of at your own pace. You're not copying along with us. You're looking at the image. You can give it a go, recreate. And when you're into reference material, that's where I am terrible, because I've just got a pile of books over there on the floor. And it is that I just love reference material. And like, again, it's one of those. Yes, of course, you can go on Google and there's a million images up there and you can find them all. But there's something about having it in a book. And because you could just flick to that section and away you go with it. So it doesn't matter if you're new to modelling and you just want to pick up some tips and tricks on, you know, sort of painting and weathering effects and obviously detail, or you're massively into scratch building and you want to completely rip apart a model and put, you know, scratch build an engine for it, or gear, electronics bays, or just general workings. You know, it's really nice to have a reference book onto it. So, you know, if you've invested, not being funny, a couple of £100 into a kit, I think investing 30 quid, 40 quid in a book is a bit of a no-brainer, really. Because, again, if you're on it for the journey, and that's assume it's going to take you, I don't know, 6 to 12 months to do it, you know, you've got it all there. It's all in. And also, I must admit, I still go back to all my books all the time, even if I'm not working on that project, you know, because, again, there's little things you can pick up and take from them still. So, and it works very well. There's a lot of crossovers as well with it. So, no, do like a good reference book.
Yes, I've like I say, I've started to buy more reference books than model-related books.
Yeah.
Just for, like, you know, like say the pictures and stuff at the time for weathering and how that weighs and just scenarios as well, to be honest, for ideas if I'm doing for a basis and that. Just like someone will just go, oh, that's a nice picture. I say you can get lost in Google. I think Google's brilliant, and all the, you know, if you want to go on Pinterest and all the other sort of sites like that, but you can get lost for trying to find the right sort of stuff.
It is, and to be honest, I'm in this rabbit hole as we speak with this. You know, I'm just about to the painting stage, and me and Matt were talking about it just before we came on air, and I'm looking at reference photos. As I said before, you can look at piles of stuff, and I've been looking all the way through and haven't seen any yellow primer yet. I've just found one which is covered in it. You know, and again, I wasn't going to bother with yellow primer on this model, and then literally you've just found it. But I know there is books out there as well that cover them. There's a very nice Israeli company who do reference books for all of their gear as well. And I'm sort of kicking myself I haven't got one, because that would be a good one to get as well. So, you know, definitely. Yeah.
I think, like I say, the main thing I'm trying to focus on a little bit now is if I pick a project, is actually get a book to go along with it. Is actually buy a good reference book, and then it's on the it's on the shelf. It's it's on the bookshelf. So if you're ever doing it again, like doing armor, if it's like a tiger tank, just take for instance, you've got covered all bases then with a tiger tank. Really, probably have all variants in it or whatever it is. But like I say, reference.
And sometimes, to be honest, a good book, like we said before, coffee top table book. A lot of mine say reference books. They're just generally nice to sit down and have a flick through. It gives you great inspiration.
Sit on the throne and read a book.
Yeah, that's it. Literally. Yeah, yes. Who needs your phone? Leave your phone outside the toilet and take a nice book in there with you.
Exactly. Absolutely. So just going back to pre-orders, we've got a couple more up as well. Mention the 8K A20.
The what?
HK models.
I'm looking for it in here. Is it in here?
No, yeah, the second thing down, you're on it.
Oh, right.
The second...
Oh, that one. The A20,
one.
Sorry. I was looking for the Havoc. Yeah, there it is.
So there you go. So this is their new Havoc in 32nd. I think it's due to drop soon, to be honest.
Yes, I do believe it is. I've started to see it squeaking out into the public domain with various reviewers and things. So, yeah.
So we've put that for a pre-order, obviously. So if you do want one, it's a big kit. It's not cheap, we know that, but it looks very nice. I think what we'll do in a future show, either like again a PM show or a live show, we'll get the proper pictures up or get filtered, and we can show it because it's got full internal detail and stuff, and it does look a nice kit, to be honest.
Yeah, no. Very, very nice.
Especially, look, it's got invasion stripes. So what's not locked to like that? Box art's amazing. I love that.
It is really, really good box art. I know it's good. Digital, shall we say, very computerish, but it's actually epic. Love it. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, it is. It's a really nice box art, that is. Quite dramatic, I think.
Yes, that's what we say. Proper ones with explosions and smoke and flag bursts. Yeah, that's what you want.
Something to get you going, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So yes. So if you want one of those, get your name down. And the other one we have got up is next door.
Meng one. Yeah.
It's the Meng F4 Phantom E. This one.
Yes. So I don't understand quite why it's taken this long to get to us.
Don't know either.
Because it's been out in the Far East for months and months and months now. But for some reason, it's like, we talk about the proverbial slow boat.
Yeah.
This one was on going backwards, I think. Tidal. It was literally tidal, this one.
Yeah, it circumnavigated the world, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, we've put it up. If anybody's interested, you can put your name down. I think after the, like I say, it's been out a while anyway. So it is. If you're interested, drop your name down and we'll get them in. So
yeah. No, very nice.
There you go. So that's pre-orders.
Very, very good.
Questions, and
we do have a couple of questions as well, and I think one of them is about that said kit, or one of the kits we're talking about. So we got one from Neil. He says, "Not sure if this is the correct place. Don't worry about it. Just chuck them up these days. We'll get to them." RPM going to stock Zucamori 148 scale F4E SWS10 kit. Which one's that?
Yes, I think we are going to stock it. I need to look up which one it is.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many blooming Phantoms in.
I was going to say, so at the moment, I'm just looking. So, is that the number 10? Yes, that's just the normal. It just so happens I have one here. That's the normal early F4 Phantom 2.
Yes. Okay. Well, it's stocking. It's stocking from the suppliers who will probably watch this now. We've got a PM and he'll ring me tomorrow and go, "Oh, we got a Zucamori order coming in." I know they've actually got a Zucamori order coming in soon with some other stuff. I don't know what's in it. But it could be the F4s in it, so yes.
Yeah.
So we'll take it, Neil, you would like one. Is that what we're saying? If it is, message Andy.
Yeah. Also, to be honest with you, we might, if you do want a review one, we can do a bit of a price because I then got the other one afterwards.
Yeah.
So if you do want the review one that's here, speak to Andy and, well, no, because it's not. It's actually, PM stock.
Oh, so, right, okay.
But yeah, if you mention, we can, might be able to do you a little bit off of that because I've got one here for you, a number 10. So it's just that originally I was going to build that one and then obviously did the end of last year, the Japanese one.
Yes.
So, yes. Do you know if there's going to, if someone is going to do an RF4C, say Hasegawa, good kit back in the day? As to say, I haven't heard of anyone doing this is the Recon version. They have a slightly different front end on them because it's a square flat bottom for the cameras. I haven't heard of anyone bringing one out yet, but I wouldn't dismiss it because let's face it, Meng's on a roll with all F40s at the moment, and so is Zucamori. And I wouldn't be surprised one of those doesn't drop one in. Purely when you look at the parts breakdown of them, it wouldn't be rocket science to do it. So, watch this space. Again, it's funny because no one's touched it. It's only Hasegawa do it in 48 scale. To be honest, not a bad kit.
I like the RFs as well.
Yeah, I do as well.
I really do, because the Germans used them, didn't they? Get some nice things. The Israelis have
used them, yeah.
They look cool in the Israeli camo schemes. Who else has used the RFs?
I don't know, to be honest. They're the three that I definitely know of, but I'm sure there might be some other users. Because to be honest, the only kit that keeps getting redone and comes along is the Hasegawa Marine Corps one, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a Marine Corps version in the green that seems to pop up every now and again, but.
There is the old Italeri kit, which is the old Esky one.
Which is the Esky one, which is
actually out, I think, at the minute. It has actually been released, but again, it's showing its age.
It's past its sell-by date, a lot of it. So
yeah, I think so. It's cheap, though. You you could get away with it, but yeah, probably the Hasegawa one. But like you say, it's odd how many Phantoms have been released over the past few years, and the RFs have not been touched yet. But
I haven't touched it, yeah.
I'm sure they'll get there eventually.
Hopefully. And also says, any recommendations for a 48 scale F1 along 111F to sit alongside his stroke the Flory effect? Oh, did you buy my one?
I think we figured, didn't we, because you were going to build. Don't Hobby Boss do an F?
I'm pretty sure they do. I don't. Yeah, the one I've got is the one that doesn't say what it is on the box. I've still got one here because I did have a few of them, and the one that I've got is the very famous release. It doesn't say; it just says F111.
Could
Don't tell you which one it is.
Could be any version.
Yeah.
I thought it covered all bases for it.
I thought they did.
Just
check with the because the E would be the earlier one then, wouldn't it? So I'm not sure which one that actually is. Let me just disconnect my ear. Just give me half a sec. Let me just grab mine. Just check.
So we've got an A. Oh, right, okay.
So, mine just says that, but I don't know which one is in it.
Right, so what we've got, what Hobby Boss do is an A, a C, a DE, which he's already got, an F111, which is your one, and an EF111. So I wonder if that one you've got is an F.
That's what I'm looking for. I don't know. It doesn't. I think this. Let me just hoof in, see if it says any more. But this is because it's early Hobby Boss. You know what they're like. They don't tend to mention what it is in here. Got Ready Teddy.
Ready Teddy? Who's Ready Teddy?
Well, this one's called Ready Teddy. And you've just got... So it doesn't actually say what it is. It just calls it an FB111.
Yes.
Famously in here.
There's not even any gump here. This is designed as a... Yeah, it's just all the things. I don't know what variants that's supposed to be.
Yes.
If anybody knows...
Scale-mate it or something.
Drop us a postcard.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, or stuck down envelope.
Yes, stamped addressed envelope, please. The P.O. box.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I must admit that is quite a... not sure. I have a feeling that's the early one. So if they did a C or something else like that, I don't know. Don't get me F111s.
There is a C.
Oh, right, there is a C.
There's an A, a C, an ED, or DE, should I say, which he's built.
Yeah.
The Raven, and then there's that one.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yes, that one is just 111. Is there a lot of differences between the versions? That's the question.
Well, yeah, probably, but I don't know externally what the differences are.
Yeah, I don't know about the aircraft, so yes. All right, cool.
We'll look into that. Mark says, hi team, doing a cracking job with the live streams lately. I've been really enjoying them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a quick couple of questions about Tammy's upcoming 124th model of the Gordon Murray Automotive Type 50 car.
Yes, I was having a conversation with a said rep about that, and I'm like, who's Gordon Murray? Where's he come from? He's all over the place at the minute.
And what's a Type 50 look like?
I know, he's the designer for McLaren, weren't he? Or something?
Oh, is he? Right, okay.
Well, I think he gave me some spiel. I'm sure it is. You're going to Google him now, aren't you?
I am going to Google it, clearly, because I have no idea what
Uncle
that is.
Google.
Uncle Google it. That's it.
Whoever Gordon Murray is.
I tell you what, that's actually quite a nice car.
Looks like a McLaren.
It does look like a McLaren. Oh, so this must be said kit. So yes. Oh well, yeah. There you go. That's actually quite a smart motor.
Yeah, we're going to get them in anyway. We'll have them in stock anyway. So I'm not going to do a pre-order on it. But if anybody, if there's enough members want a message, we can get a pre-order up on it. But we'll definitely get them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't know if anybody would actually be interested. I'll be perfectly honest.
So do we think now that obviously, because let's face it, Tamiya used to be very much in with Ferrari back in the day, wasn't it?
Oh, it's McLaren now, isn't it? They're massive.
But yeah, they've moved over to McLaren now, because it used to be they went with Mercedes for a long time. Well, it's BMW, then they seemed to move to Mercedes, and we had all those cars coming out. Then they went to Ferrari, and we had lots of Ferrari cars. And I remember a couple of years ago, it seemed like every other week there's a new Ferrari coming out from them.
I think they're still in with Mercedes. There was in with Alfa at one point, but they haven't been Alfa for a long time. McLaren,
right?
They definitely are thingied with. I think Ford as well, weren't it? Because they did the Mustang and the GT40, so they was obviously tied in with Ford somewhere as well.
Yeah.
It's just there's somebody else as well, I'm sure, but can't think who. But yes, but this Gordon Murray chap is
fair enough.
Yeah. I know. I don't know much about him, so I don't want to insult the bloke. But I want his agent, because he's come from nobody to everybody. Because everybody's all over like the YouTube world and everything into his stuff. Yeah. I think like the Late Break Show and people who do the car stuff, the real car people, have interviewed him and gone to his collections and all sorts. Talking of car things, I see. Do you have a kid in a sweet shop? Do you know who that is?
No.
Jodie Kidd.
Oh right. Oh, Jodie Kidd. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I think she's starting her own collection. So she's just bought a Lancia Delta HF.
Oh, nice.
Bit of kit.
Yeah.
I do like a Lancia Delta, to be honest. I won't say it'd be cheap. It's I was
going to say, it's a great hobby to have if you've got very deep pockets. Being a car collector, isn't it?
Yeah, you're absolutely telling me. Yeah, because I think one of the interviews she did was with James Martin, the chef, because he's a proper petrol head, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He went to his gaff and I think he just bought a Mark 1 Escort Rally #1 or something at the time. Right. It went bombing down some back streets and stuff. Nice. Yeah, no, it's interesting anyway. But yeah, it's a bit off topic, isn't it? But I'm sure she might have done something with Gordon Murray as well, actually.
Yes.
So anyway, just before we leave.
Yes.
Let me just flip cameras. Let me just have a quick butchers in this Vespid kit, like I promised.
Yeah. Over to you.
So this is Vespid number VS720007. So if you've not checked Vespid out, they do a few other kits as well, and they're really very nice. So we're going to do a full-on fill here. Look.
That's it.
Sides of the boxes. So this is the Aussie version of a Centurion 5.1. So we've got some bits and bobs. So apart from the little kit, you get a bit of photo etch.
Nice.
Some nice decals and a bit of 3D printing, I think.
Oh, right, for the mantle. Yeah.
The mantle. And I'm sure and a barrel look.
Oh, right, you get a barrel as well.
Barrel, didn't see that. So anybody knows, I'm going to open the bags. That's Phil's job. But if I can actually get in the box, plus we've got, oh God, here we go. They do these boxes, so you just can't.
Hey, okay, so here's the thing. I'll show you it in a minute. I had to edit mine this afternoon doing my review because I couldn't get that out of the box.
So yeah, there's your 3D mantle.
Nice.
Which is all in its nice box. But link and length tracks.
Good. Like them.
Done. Yeah, we do like them. The hull. Which again, I know this is 70-second, but the detail on these, because you've reviewed, I can't remember which one you reviewed.
I can't remember what it was now, but it was really beautiful kit.
They are absolutely, there's the clear lenses for your spotlight. Yeah. Searchlight, should I say. And yeah, not a massive parts count, but really nicely moulded. I mean, you can see through the bags how crisp they are.
Yeah.
And obviously there's going to be different versions of a Centurion. There's all your wheels and suspension parts by the looks of it. And there's your upper hull.
Yeah.
All your skirting and bits and bobs. So that's all really nicely moulded. And there's your barrel, your little bit of photo etch, and your decals and some wires. By the looks of that, which I presume is that for the tow cables.
I was going to say, is it tow
little
cables?
mini tow cable wires, which is a nice touch as well. So again, if you've not Team Vespid, or I know they did Jag Panthers and Panthers, I think they do, and but I know what you did. Was it the Comet tank?
It may have been the Comet tank, yeah.
Because that was one of their first releases. I think they did a mouse, isn't it? That massive
Yes,
German,
the big one, yeah, the huge one, yeah.
Huge tank was another one. I need to get these back in the box now. I don't know how
that's going to fight with it.
Yeah.
Just speaking of reviews at the same time, I've also done, obviously, Is Up With You Now, is the review. But I have done a Beaufort before, but this is obviously the Trot version, so I've done the review of this as well, purely because I'm probably going to build this later on in the year, because I've got a real itching to do with something in stone. And a bit of Azores blue and stuff in there. So again, it's a beautiful kit. It's just the same as the old one, apart from obviously you get these. So you've got obviously the Trot filter things. You've got a couple of different guns, the aerials as well, right the way over for it as well. So yeah, there's a few subtle changes between this kit and the other ones. But again, you get the torpedo, which is nice touch, which does come on a dolly. And it's the usual thing with ICM. It's really nice, straightforward, goes together. You get both types of these top flat bits. Call them top flat bit, only because I actually watched a video as this was rendering. I watched a little video on it, and apparently the reason you get two in the kit is here. I was watching a little documentary thing about it, and apparently it was a terrible bomber. So they added these strafes to the back to stop it from rolling, because it had a habit of rolling to the left and right, and that's quite important not to do that when you're on a bombing run. So to stop it from rolling, they added extra bits on the back of the tails behind the engines, if you like, just to stabilise it. So that's why this kit does come with both. You've got the normal ones down in here, and you've got these. So this is a later mark of them, which goes on. But again, you get both in the kit, which is quite a nice touch. So if you are planning on doing other things with it, you can. But yeah, generally really nice. Same with ICM. Clear parts are absolutely mega. But it's just a really nice, straightforward kit. No problem.
Yeah.
Your biggest problem with this kit is getting out of the box, as you'll find when I did the review of it. I had to edit it because I was fighting with it for 5 minutes. Couldn't get it out. But no, really, really nice. So anyway, that one's up on the site now. I'll link it down below as always. So you can go out and check that one out as well.
Guess what? They've released a set of figures for that.
Oh, have they? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they in shorts? Is it men in shorts?
I think it is some men in shorts. I think they do. I don't know if they're ground crew and pilots or something. You'll have to have a look on ICM. But yes, there is a set of figures for that. Because that was a Maltese one, weren't it? That one, was it?
I don't know. In the box, you get obviously just some normal coastal type ones. There's one then obviously which is back in around India, I think it is. That campaign, and then you've got that one which obviously it says this one apparently it's Egypt.
Okay.
So yes, 1943 or 44 in Egypt apparently. So
43. If you get it built within the next month, you can qualify for the 43.
Oh, I'll just knock that out whilst I'm doing this.
Well, it's ICM. It'd be easy.
It probably would do actually. I'll probably get that together in a couple of days.
You probably could do it on a live show when you've done.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Whatever it is, yeah. Anyway, right.
The water bomber is doing fine. Look, the wheels are on now.
Yeah, your thumbnail look very nice.
Yes, thank you. Right, okay, guys, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. It's a pleasure as absolutely always. Don't forget, you get all your bits and pieces over at the pmmodelsuk.com store. And again, it changes all the time, different stuff coming in. And you know what it's like at the moment. We've got in a little bit of a glut. There's not a lot coming in. You guarantee a couple of weeks we'll have it coming out of our ears because we get 10 lots coming at once, because that's just the way the world works at the moment. So, yes, good job. Yeah. We are live with you tomorrow night for members. We'll be with you at 7:30 if you'd like to join us for the members show. We're on there. And then next Tuesday afternoon, we'll be live out to the world next time. So if you want to come and join us for a couple of hours, or 90 minutes, it's supposed to be, but we always go over.
Yeah.
You can join us for that one as well. And then a week Saturday, we've got a special coronation live build, which is going to be taking part during Saturday as well. So if you'd like to join us for that one, and obviously we're going to have a little bit of a sale, bits and pieces.
The coronation chicken weekend.
The coronation chicken stroke quiche.
Disgusting. That quiche sounds disgusting. I'm sorry, but I did see the recipe for that. And
I'm not a quiche fan, so I don't like egg.
Thank you. Go back to coronation chicken.
That's what it should be. So yeah, so we'll be on with you live for that one, and so we're doing a lot more live stuff as well. So if you're not a subscriber perhaps of the Flooring Models site, or if you're not a subscriber on YouTube, don't forget, subscribe, ring the bell and like it, and that way you'll get notifications when we're live, because normally we don't put it up that we're live out to general public until around about 2 hours before. So watch out for those.
You never know, if I can persuade Phil, we might be on tomorrow early as well. We'll see.
We might do. I might be painting this, I don't know yet. Right, okay, guys, we'll leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you all again very soon. Say goodbye, Matt, right up here.
Bye.
Bye.